All right, Showtime, Shawn Porter, mate. It's a long trip out here. What brings you to Australia?
Hey, boxing. Boxing took me around the world, and now it's got me in Australia.
Tszyu, Tony Harrison, what are your thoughts on the fight?
Exciting fight, 50-50 fight. I think that's a round-by-round kind of fight, where, it's going to go back and forth. And I think whoever remains strong through it all is going to win it.
What do you make of Tim Tszyu's career so far?
Tim's he's had a career, man. Mostly here in Australia, but you got to get your experience wherever you can get it. So I know he was trying to get over in America to get Jamel, and that didn't happen. So I'm happy to have him. He's got a big fight now here in Australia, so I think this will be good for him.
Tony Harrison, great boxer, great jab. Is that what Tim Tszyu needs to overcome early?
I mean, he's got to overcome the hands and the feet, because Tony not only has a really good jab, he knows how to move in and out left and right. And I think that's what's going to make this fight hard for Tim. He's going to have to turn with Tony, and I think that's what's going to make it really interesting.
Tim Tszyu's boxing ability is sometimes underrated. Does he come forward in this fight, or does he look to box Tony as well?
I think you got to do both. I think you definitely have to go at Tony, but there's also going to be moments where you're going to have to outbox Tony and not let him hit you. For Tim, this fight is about control. Whether it's going forward or going backwards, he has to be in control.
If Tim wins this fight, where does that put him in terms of the division? Do you see him as a legit threat to Charlo?
Yeah, I mean, he was already a threat to Charlo, being, a young, hungry fighter. Any young, hungry fighter that's never tasted a world championship title is always going to be dangerous. I think he'll only get more dangerous after this fight. Obviously, if he wins, if he beats Tony, and the experience that he gets from this fight is gonna help.
So if Tony Harrison wins this fight, where does that put him?
Both guys have this is a title eliminator to fight for Jamel Charlo's WBC, I believe. So I think that I think a lot of people are interested in a trilogy match between him and Jamel. All the while, I think that it also makes sense for the young Lion and Tim to get that shot as well.
Could we get a prediction out of you, or is that too much?
I hate making predictions, man. You never know what a fighter's game plan is, and if they're going to be able to execute. So I like to paint the picture. I think that Tony's gonna make this a hard night for Tim. I think he's gonna move a lot, and he's gonna use his jab a lot. And I think that that's gonna make the fight hard for Tim. It's gonna be up to Tim to overcome a jab and cut off the ring. Tim does that, he wins the fight.
Thanks, Shawn. Appreciate it, man.
You got it, man.